Welcome to this yin yoga practice inspired in spring. Today we'll be working on creating space for renewal and expansion. We're diving deep within and release unwanted layers and start fresh. Lie down on your back with a bolster under your knees to support them and perhaps a pillow under your head. Relax your whole body and feel the support of the earth underneath. Let go of your day or any to-do lists. Arrive to your body and your breath. Breathe in through your nose and out through the mouth for about 3 cycles. Now, relax your right arm over the head and enjoy a gentle stretch in the armpit and side of the body. Place your left hand on your belly and feel the rise and the fall of the belly. And sink your body down. Relax completely. Change your arms. Bring the right palm on the belly while the left arm reaches over the head. Continue to breathe. This time enjoying the gentle stretch on the left side of the body and the armpit. Release your arm down and feel the breath relaxing your body even more. Take a deeper breath in and carefully bend your knees, moving the bolster away from you. Draw the knees into the chest and enjoy a gentle squeeze. Roll over to your left side and pause for a few moments, enjoying the transition. Eventually come up and move your legs into a zigzag shape. The right foot is touching the left knee. And you can also fold the back leg in if it feels more comfortable in your legs, just like I'm doing right now. Twist to your right side and place the left hand on the knee. The right hand goes behind you. As always, feel free to elevate your pelvis with a pillow to create more height in your hips, if that feels good. Enjoy the rotation of the thighs as well as the twist. Take the head toward the right shoulder and start rotating the head down and around. In slow circles. And really feel the stretch on the back of the neck and the upper spine. It's incredibly releasing. A yummy feeling. And change the direction of the circle after 3 counts. Move your head to a neutral position and breathe. And finally, start unwinding from the pose and reset your legs with this zigzag movement up and down a few times. And smile. It's spring. Now let's prepare to do the other side. The left foot presses gently against the right knee into this interesting asymmetric pose. Remember that you can fold your right leg in for more support of the thigh and a more intense stretch in the quads. And you can use a block or simply a book to support your left hand behind. Move into a twist when you're ready onto the left side. Breathe and enjoy the rotation of the spine and the stretch into your hips. Take the head towards the left shoulder and pause. Relax the shoulder and feel the lengthening on the right side. And start rotating the head down and around in slow circles. And the slower you go, the more you will feel the stretch on the back of the neck and the upper spine. Right into those areas that are often quite tense. Change the direction of the circle and keep your breath flowing with the movement. And go as slowly as you can. Move out of the pose for some zigzag movements, up and down with the legs. Beautiful. Get ready for your next pose, side stretch. Grab a bolster or a pillow and a block, or even a book or two if you have around, and place them on top of each other. So any props that can help you create some elevation on the right side. And take a deep breath in. Extend your left leg out and place the right foot near your groin. Remember that you can always bring your pelvis a little higher by placing some support under. And eventually, just rest your head on the right hand. The left palm can come on top of the knee. Breathe naturally. And just really keep sinking your left hip down towards the earth. Enjoy hanging out here and chill. If you want to feel a stronger stretch into the side body, take your arm over the head and perhaps rotate your chest up slightly. Apart from the lateral flexion of your spine, you're also working here the side muscles of the stomach and the rib cage. We're targeting the heart, the lung, the small intestine, and the liver meridians. Find your edge and stay with the pose as you breathe through any discomfort. Just remember that pain is not allowed. Take a deep breath in and release. Lean to the opposite side for a counter stretch. Now let's reset the spine with the zigzag movement. It's a lovely asymmetric movement to just really open your hips into an internal and external rotation. Now moving on to the other side for the side stretch. So just move your pillows, blankets, or any props you're using to your left side. Extend your right leg out and place the left foot near the upper thigh, the inner upper thigh. And take a breath or two, and finally rest your head on the left hand. Just hanging out casually here. So just allow your hip to sink down a little bit more with the help of your hand. And just relax here for the next few minutes. With each exhalation, with each inhalation, become aware of any sensations that arise, and with each exhalation, ease into those sensations. So just really feel that you are actually out of your comfort zone, ever so slightly, getting into that edge, and then allow yourself to soften and to just be in that space. And it's a great space to be. There is nothing to do, nowhere to go. And remember, if you would like to intensify the stretch on the right side of the body, bring your right arm over the head and rotate your chest outwards ever so slightly. Remember to keep your breath flowing naturally. And finally, take a deeper inhalation, release the arm, and move to the opposite side for a counter pose. Wonderful. Move your props away and Just resetting the spine for a few zigzag movements. Always using a counter pose as a way of doing the opposite movement in your body. Our next pose is one of my all favorites, butterfly. So just find a pillow to elevate your pelvis, which is something that I highly recommend at all times anyway. Sit up with your legs in front and bring the soles of the feet together to form a diamond shape. And you can definitely do this pose without any props, but if you want a bit more support, place a pillow and a few blankets on top of the feet, just to create some height. And slowly begin to lengthen forwards and bring the head towards the heels or the bolster, just allowing a gentle curving of the back. Your arms move forward and the head is down. In butterfly, you are working with the external rotation of the hips and the stretch of the hamstrings and quadriceps. You're also flexing the spine and allowing a fascial release of the muscles around the spine. This posture is an excellent opportunity to really dive deep within and let go of unwanted layers, unwanted feelings or emotions that often makes us prisoners of ourselves. We always have the choice of holding on to things or letting things move through us. So just really feel them, experience them, and let them go. So you can finally create space to growth and expansion, to spring. Make use of this spaciousness, this freedom and natural ease. Don't search any further. Don't go into the tangled jungle, looking for the great awakened elephant, who is already resting quietly at home, in front of your own breath. Now you can stay here for another minute or gently come out and rest your elbows onto the bolster, relaxing your face on your hands for a few more breaths. And finally come out of the pose and move your pillows and your blankets away. I'm just going to reset the spine one more time with the movement, the asymmetric movement of the legs. And this time, open the chest slightly as you drop the head back. And do any movements that feel good. Your next posture is frog meets sphinx. Just pausing here for a few moments, and then finally we lie down on the front of the body, bringing the elbows below the shoulders, with the forearms and palms flat on the floor. Heart and head are lifted off the ground, with the chin slightly towards the chest. Bend the right knee out to the side for a frog pose. Frog meets Sphinx gives you a stretch in the shoulders and it can be strengthening for the arms. It is a chest opener and back bend. And with a frog variation, it can also be really beneficial if you have any sciatica symptoms. In traditional Chinese medicine, we are working the liver and the gallbladder meridians with this pose. And here we are gently massaging the front of the body and targeting these lines. If at any point you start feeling any pressure or constriction in your lower back, rest on top of your hands. This will allow your sphinx to become more restorative. And of course, you can stay in this position for as long as you feel. Your body is your best teacher, so just choose the best option for you right now. And extend your right leg back. And to rebound from the pose, just simply sway your legs side to side. And then when you're ready, we'll move to our left side. So bringing the elbows below the shoulders with the forearms and the palms flat on the floor. And then bend the left knee out and in to the side into a frog pose. The art of stillness. In the age of speed, nothing could be more invigorating than going slow. In an age of distraction, nothing can feel more luxurious than paying attention. And in an age of constant movement, nothing is more urgent than sitting still. Nothing is more urgent than sitting still. Now remember that you have the option to rest on top of your hands. So just move down when you're ready. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. And finally, we're going to extend the left leg back and come out of the pose. And just really swing the hips side to side for a few moments. And then when you're satisfied, just bring the hands under the shoulders to press yourself up and back to a child's pose for a few breaths. Come to sit on your heels and pause for a moment. We're now moving into an inner leg stretch. So extend your leg out to the side, so the left leg, and shift your hips back. Come to your forearms, and perhaps you can rest the head onto a brick or a couple of books. And just really enjoy the stretch on the inside of the thigh. This can be a really strong stretch on the leg, so make sure you adjust your foot in slightly if you feel you have to. Remember that there is no pushing with your body, but at the same time, there is no holding back. You want to be just on the edge. And then soften. So find that edge and ease back. Just for a little. Between the stimulus and the response, there is a space. And in that space lies your power and your freedom. Between the stimulus and the response, there is a space. And in that space lies your power and your freedom. And stay as you are for another minute or so, or perhaps you can extend your arms out in front for an arm stretch. Go deeper and deeper with each breath. And slowly walk your hands back to come out of the pose. Really carefully. Just bend your knee back and pause for a few moments, sitting on your heels. So let's work on the right leg now. Move to the other side of the mat and extend your right leg out when you're ready. And shift your hips back. Your forearms and palms go flat on the floor, and the forehead rests onto any support that feels good. Relax the shoulders. Soften your breath. Dive deeper and deeper and observe without any judgment. Release the harsh and pointed inner voice. It's just a throwback to the past and holds no truth about this moment. Let go of self-judgment, the old learned ways of beating yourself up for each imagined inadequacy. Allow the inner dialogue of the mind to grow friendlier and quieter. Shift out of your inner criticism, and life suddenly looks very different. And then always the option of extending the arms out in front for the arm stretch. Stay with the pose for a few more breaths. And take a deeper breath in and slowly come out of the pose. Bend your knee back in and pause for a few moments sitting on your heels. We're now moving on to a reclining twist, a lovely yin restorative posture designed to soothe your nervous system. Find a bolster or a pillow and a couple of blankets and place them on top of each other. Smile. Lie down on your back when you're ready and extend the left leg out. Gently bend the right knee up towards the chest for a couple of breaths. Now take the right leg over to the left to rest on top of the bolster. Make sure the knees are level or above your hips. Reach the arms out wide into a T shape, or perhaps rest your left hand on top of the knee. Here I'm doing a leg at a time, keeping the bottom leg straight, but you can bend both legs and have the pillows and the blankets between the thighs. That's a more restorative option. Keep your eyes closed and relax. Breathe. Any point you can, turn the head to the opposite side of the bent knee, if that feels right on your neck. And turn your head back to neutral. Slowly come out of the pose and squeeze the knee in. Allow some movement in your foot by circling it, or maybe explore any other movements that feel good. Maybe extending your foot, flexing for a few times. Carefully sit up and move all your props to your right side. Keeping that sense of calm and a gentle gaze. Lie down once again when you are ready and take a deep breath in. Extend the right leg out and bend the left knee towards the chest. Pause for a few moments. And when you're ready, cross the left leg over to the right and rest on top of the bolster. Relax your shoulders and the neck. Adjust as needed. Breathe naturally as you close your eyes down. Reclining twist gives you a lovely stretch on the back of the body. Intercostal muscles in the rib cage, the spine, and the shoulders. It really is excellent to stabilize your nervous system and brings your breath to a natural state. We are targeting here the liver and gallbladder meridians and also the spleen. Just really enjoy this lovely restorative feeling of support and nourishment. Stay here for as long as you would like. Otherwise, take a deeper breath in. To come out of the pose. Squeeze the left knee in and move your foot in little circles or any movements that feel good just to complete the cycle. And then bring both feet flat on the floor and lift your hips up to slide a bolster or a pillow under your back. Bring the heels closer to the hips with your feet as wide as the hips. Smile once again and rest your hands on the bolster. Find stillness and breathe. I personally love this posture. It gives you a supported stretch on the lower back and front thigh muscles, as well as the abdominal area. But if you would like to make this stronger stretch and encourage deeper stretch of the front thighs, you can simply straighten both legs out. That is another option for this posture. So, enjoying a gentle opening of the heart here to celebrate spring, a time for reawakening and blossoming, a time to open our hearts to new possibilities and be playful and joyful. Just as children are, with simplicity. And stay here for as long as you would like. Or perhaps you want to try another variation by lifting both legs up high into a viparita shape. Arms can stay as they are, or perhaps you can bring them at some point over the head. This is another great posture to relax the nervous system and to move your blood around. We rarely move into opposite directions, so it's really nourishing to have our legs upside down, to allow the blood flow to move onto the opposite side. And when you're happy, bend your knees in for a gentle squeeze. And prepare yourself for Shavasana, the final relaxation pose. Roll your bolster away from your back and bring it to support your knees and rest your head on a blanket or a pillow. And remember that when the body stays still for several minutes, the temperature can drop. So perhaps cover yourself with a blanket. Shavasana. The art of letting go. Allow yourself to be supported by the earth and become aware of how soft you can be. Connect to your toes, feet, and legs, and let go of any tension. And allow a sense of warmth to come to the lower part of the body. Connect with your hips, the belly, the shoulders, and the arms, and pull that warmth up. Soften your face, your jaw, and the chest, and bring that sense of warmth into these parts of the body. Connect to your body, and as a whole, feel how it is warm, soft, and supported by the earth. Feel full. Namaste.